Imagine a mountain of food piled high. Now imagine that 1/3 of that mountain is thrown away, wasted. This is the reality of our global food system. We produce vast quantities of food, yet a significant portion never reaches our plates. The United States, despite its affluence, is a major contributor to this global food waste crisis. Roughly 30 to 40% of all food produced in the US ends up in landfills. This waste occurs across all stages of the food supply chain, from farm to table. However, the most disheartening aspect of this problem is the role of households in food waste. American families are responsible for a significant portion of the food wasted each year. Much of this waste stems from a misunderstanding of food expiration dates. This waste has profound environmental, social, and economic implications. It squanders resources, contributes to climate change, and perpetuates food insecurity. Addressing food waste is therefore crucial for a more sustainable and just food system. The dates we see on food packages, sell by, use by, best before, are often misinterpreted as hard expiration dates. This misconception fuels the cycle of food waste. In reality, these dates primarily serve as guidelines for retailers and manufacturers, not as indicators of food safety. The history of date labels reveals their origins as marketing tools rather than safety measures. Before the advent of supermarkets and mass-produced food, consumers relied on their senses to judge freshness. As the food system industrialized, date labels emerged to ensure product consistency and encourage repeat purchases. These labels indicate peak quality or freshness, not necessarily when a product becomes unsafe to eat. For example, a carton of milk past its sell-by date might not taste as fresh, but is unlikely to be harmful if consumed shortly after. Understanding the true meaning of these labels is essential to reducing food waste and making informed decisions about the food we consume. Many foods remain safe to eat well past their labeled dates. Shelf-stable items like pasta, rice, and canned goods can last for years beyond their best-by dates. These products might lose some flavor or texture but pose no health risks. Frozen foods stored at low temperatures are also safe to eat beyond their labeled dates. Freezing halts bacterial growth, preserving food quality and safety. Refrigerated items like eggs often remain fresh for weeks after their sell-by dates. Consumers can use their senses, sight, smell, and touch to assess freshness. Visual cues like mold or discoloration indicate spoilage. Off-putting odors are another sign food might be past its prime. Certain perishable foods, like raw meat, should be consumed within a few days of purchase. For most foods, using our senses can reduce unnecessary waste. Section 4. Navigating the labyrinth of date labels, consumer confusion and its consequences. The current system of date labeling is a labyrinth of confusing and often contradictory information. Consumers face a bewildering array of terms: sell by, use by, best before, without clear guidance on their actual meaning. This lack of standardization contributes significantly to food waste. Consumers, unsure of the implications of different date labels, often err on the side of caution and discard perfectly edible food. A 2019 survey revealed that over 70% of Americans rely solely on date labels to determine if food is safe to eat. This reliance on dates rather than sensory evaluation has costly consequences. Food waste generates methane, a potent greenhouse gas. As it decomposes in landfills, it also represents a waste of resources, water, energy, and land used to produce, process, and transport food. Addressing consumer confusion is therefore paramount in the fight against food waste. Standardized, easy-to-understand date labels can empower consumers to make informed decisions about food safety and freshness. Section 5. Combating food waste, a call for action. Reducing food waste requires policy changes, industry initiatives, and individual actions. Standardized date labeling is crucial. Use terms like use by for safety and best, buy for quality to reduce confusion. Policymakers can incentivize food donation and composting programs. Laws protecting businesses from liability can encourage food recovery. Consumers are at the heart of this solution. By adopting mindful consumption habits, we can reduce household food waste. Plan meals in advance, store food properly, and use leftovers creatively. Re-engage with our senses, use sight, smell, and touch to assess food freshness. This practice can make us more conscious consumers. Together we can reduce waste and create a sustainable food system.